Artificial intelligence has been around since 1950s. John McCarthy is one of the founding fathers of artificial intelligence. He coined the term artificial intelligence in 1955. Although AI has been around for over 65 years, it is only recently that the technology began to find real-world application, for example, robotics, self-driving cars, and voice assistants on smart devices that most of us can relate to. Okay, Google. Call Dad.
Calling Dad, mobile.
But what exactly is AI and machine learning? In simple terms, artificial intelligence is the ability of a computerized machine to mimic how a human being thinks so as to reduce redundancy and help in making better decisions, whereas machine learning is the scientific study of algorithms and statistical models that computer systems use to perform specific tasks without using explicit instruction, relying on patterns and inference instead. We are going to learn the different ways in which artificial intelligence and machine learning is applicable in our daily lives and the trends in various sectors and how it could be used to solve social, economical, and political problems. AI is important because it can help solve immensely difficult issues in various industries such as entertainment, education, health, commerce, transport, and utilities. AI applications can be grouped into 5 categories. 1. Reasoning, the ability to solve problems without logical deduction. 2. Knowledge, the ability to present knowledge about the world. 3. Planning, the ability to set and achieve goals. 4. Communication, the ability to understand spoken and written language. 5. Perception, the ability to infer things about the world via sound, image, and other sensory inputs. We are now going to take a look at the AI trends in various sectors including transport and automotive, healthcare, education, data security, finance, and manufacturing. Zindi Africa is a data science company that deals with AI for solving problems, for example, the infamous Nairobi traffic jam. Artificial intelligence and machine learning technology has been particularly useful in the healthcare industry because it generates massive amounts of data to train with and enables algorithms to spot patterns faster than human analysis.
For example, we have the Zindi platforms here in Africa, and there are many competitions. So the best of the best data scientists here in Africa will try to solve problems. And we had like many problems. One of them is the Nairobi traffic. So, you know, Nairobi is it has one of the terrible traffic in the world, and this is a famous problem. We as data scientists from all over the world, we know this problem. So we tried hard during the last, I think 8 months ago, we tried to solve this problem. And we had actually a great solution, and we're trying to deploy it and make it to production.
Other data companies that have developed algorithms can detect variables in cancer patients to determine if hospitalization is required.
So like for instance, with the SDG like good health and well-being. So let's say good health and well-being, so that's SDG, SDG 3. So for instance, like cancer treatment. Someone who wants to let's say find out like if I have cancer right now and let's say it's cured, is there a possibility for me to get it like in the next 5 years' time? AI can actually do that. It just needs to be fed data of which can actually see like, okay, this is how cancer cells look like. And let's say if you extrapolate like in the next 5 years' time, if you see, if this is how it grows, how can you identify that, oh, you're actually going to have cancer like in the next 5 years again?
Some investment companies like using AI algorithms to conduct trading autonomously and robot traders to conduct high-frequency trading for greater profits, respectively. But how can regular business people use AI to boost their commercial habits?
Like AI and ML, the tools are actually readily available and like they're easily accessible to anyone on the planet. And the idea is someone just has to build an interest on it. For instance, if someone wants to, let's say, track sales, let's say a Mama Mboga wants to track how much she's been selling, how much she's been buying. AI just has to be fed data. Or like, so these are my previous sales, these are my previous stock, and let's say I want to predict, let's say in 5 years' time, how will my sales look like?
Yandex is a Russian multinational corporation specializing in internet-related products and services, including search and information services. They are currently working on autonomous cars.
So I think with AI we can make cars available for everyone. We can make life easier and life better. For example, when we have robotic, we can now make many medical operations with AI. I mean, the doctor is, for example, in Europe, and the patient here in Africa, he can operate and he can solve his problem.
This means that with artificial intelligence, people living with disability will be able to get freedom of movement. So how can manufacturers benefit from this technology? Well, AI algorithms can influence the manufacturing supply chain by detecting the patterns of demand for products across geographies, socio-economic segments, time and market demand prediction. This in turn will affect inventory, raw material sourcing, financing decision, human staffing, energy consumption, and maintenance of equipment.
One thing about AI is that AI is the future. AI is this person called Andrew Ng who said that AI is the new electricity. The same way electricity changed industries in the third industrial revolution is the same way AI will change everything in the fourth industrial revolution. So opportunities like we can have models, for example in Kenya, to predict attendance rate of students or dropout rates. So for example, somebody joining primary, data for primary and secondary enrollment. So the model that can tell the government that in the next 5 years, there will be only 50% of people going to university from secondary school.
In Durban, an international conference on deep learning, artificial intelligence, and machine learning brought together stakeholders in Nairobi at the Kenyatta University main campus with the aim of sensitizing Kenyans on the importance of this technology and ability to solve problems facing the Kenyan population. Samson Jura, KUTV.